Hi everyone. So I figured it might make sense to go through a few quick slides. I think what makes Celo unique in the space is the full stack approach that it took to kind of developing not just the blockchain, but the Celo SDK that app developers use to build on Celo, and then our flagship mobile application, Velora, which is a really easy to use mobile wallet. And we really took inspiration from how things are done at Apple. Apple is well known for developing kind of software and hardware at the same time, allowing it to create kind of unique experiences that are difficult to replicate if you're just building on both sides of the stack in isolation. And so we wanted to replicate that in kind of the blockchain space. And so we tried really hard to recreate the user experience of things like Venmo or PayPal, but in a fully permissionless manner. And the reason we were able to do that is because of kind of three really exciting technical innovations on the platform. Number one, Celo has kind of a built-in stablecoin platform that allows the Celo community to launch new stablecoins that are all backed by the same over-collateralized crypto asset reserve. And I think critically, and this is also unique to Celo, you can actually pay for transaction fees with these assets. And next, you can send currency to phone numbers. So if we go back and look at kind of this home screen, you can see that there's names here on these transactions. Those names are coming from your contact list. When you're sending these payments, you're sending them to phone numbers, and then you can map those phone numbers to contacts in your phone, allowing you to see names, allowing you to see profile photos, all in kind of a kind of privacy-preserving, permissionless manner. And I think really critically, if you want to send the payment to someone who hasn't yet signed up, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, you can't do that right now. You need a public-private key pair, or the recipient needs a public-private key pair. And one of the things that this design allows us to do on Celo is to actually enable that flow. So you can send the payment to someone before they sign up, and then the funds go to an escrow smart contract, and then they can redeem those funds when they verify their phone number in a fully permissionless manner using the platform. And then finally, I think no mobile-first approach in the space would be complete without a very efficient light client. And so Celo has a really efficient light client that uses kind of three new innovations. And then since we wanted really the experience to be extremely snappy for anybody opening up a mobile device, we worked really hard to incorporate ZK snarks as well into the whole system. So with ZK snarks, you can create these non-interactive proofs that prove some arbitrary computation. And so in our case, we can prove the light client computation. And then a light client can simply download this proof, verify it in constant time, and then be off to the races. And so this is using kind of the Plumo part of Celo, which is coming soon, which is really exciting. Celo is fully EVM compatible. It's actually implemented as a fork of Go Ethereum. And so this means that down to the last hard fork, Celo supports everything that you can do on Ethereum. So that means absolutely you can use Solidity, you can deploy Solidity smart contracts, and there pretty much isn't any feature that you might be used to on Ethereum that isn't supported on Celo. And I think this is in stark contrast to some other kind of new layer ones that are claiming Solidity support, but when you look under the covers, you realize that they're either interpreting the EVM inside another EVM, so it becomes kind of slow, or that you don't support the same signature schemes and the same type of cryptography. And so with Celo, you get 100% compatibility. And we worked really hard to ensure that, and we're working really hard to ensure that continues in the future with subsequent Ethereum hard forks. In the last cohort, people are asking about kind of Celo's scalability. So the good news is that Celo is proof of stake based, and it has a very fast proof of stake protocol, consensus protocol. In effect, we have people lock up some Celo and then use that Celo to vote for validators, and then those validators perform PBFT consensus, which can be very, very quick. This actually means that it's quite easy for us, even though we launched with fairly conservative kind of throughput numbers to begin with. It's actually quite easy for us to increase the block size and to decrease the block time, such that we can get to kind of Visa scale throughput. And so if you're interested in doing something that requires a lot of transactions per second, I think definitely highly recommend Celo. We thought really hard and long to make the scalability kind of be there and perform for you as and when your throughput grows. Definitely big call out to kind of docs.celo.org where you can see a lot of our documentation. And so with that, just wanted to thank you and turn it over to the kind of AMA portion of this session.